but it happens to regular people too. And I guess I was lucky because about a year, California passed their medical marijuana law in '96. In 1997, I decided, I guess I had an epiphany. I decided I was an addict. Every morning I got up, I had to take those pills. Didn't matter if I was hurting or not. I had to get up and take those pills to function. Talked to my doctor about it and told him that I had taken notice when California passed their law, and I was planning on using marijuana as my pain management. Told me that the only real problem he had with that was me inhaling smoke from anything. He didn't care what the substance was. He didn't want me to inhale the raw combusted product of anything into my body. He suggested I use edibles, and that has been my primary pain management for 15 years now. In this state, I'm considered a criminal. My wife, she was diagnosed with lupus this year, early this year. We've always known something was wrong, but they never could put a name on it. But she was diagnosed with lupus this year. We're convinced that her marijuana use is the reason they never could find out what it was. They tested her for MS. They tested her for, you name it, all the autoimmune diseases they tested her for. And because they never nailed it down to lupus was because her uric acid levels were never high. Marijuana does decrease uric acid levels, and now that she's been diagnosed, we're convinced that was the reason they couldn't diagnose her, and that's the reason she's not any worse off now than she is already, which she has some major problems when she has lupus flares. We started this group, our organization, when was it, April? When was it? June. And we have garnered a lot of support. We've been doing picnic-style events all over the state to get people aware that we are introducing legislation. We are doing one here at Tanny Hill State Park, October 1st. If y'all can come out and see us, we'd appreciate the support. But what we're really here for are patients. Marijuana has always been medicine. It's been held in the pharmacopoeia of China for 4,000 years. It was in the U.S. pharmacopoeia until 1942, even after it was made illegal in 1937. Marijuana was made illegal in 1937. People like Merck and Eli Lilly were still making over-the-counter cannabis-based medicines until 1942. We gave them to our children because they were safe. We had opiate-based medications on the market that were killing adults. We didn't give that to our children. We gave cannabis-based medicines to our children. The AMA railed on the fact that they were going to make marijuana illegal. There were only the bureaucrats that were for making marijuana illegal. Their biggest reason? Mexicans are crazy, marijuana makes them that way. They took this medicine that had been considered medicine since 2800 BC, documented, and made it out to be the evil that we've all heard it is. Show of hands, who's part of the Just Say No program? Who's part of the DARE program? Okay, and all of that education that those two programs gave you, how many times did you hear marijuana is medicine? How many times did you hear that it ever was medicine? None, because kids ask questions. And that would lead to somebody finding out that, hey, this is not the evil that we've all been told it is. I submit, and my wife, our son's sitting right back there, he's never been lied to. He has never been lied to. And I don't know of anybody that's ever had to explain to their child why they couldn't have their blood pressure medicine. We have poisoned our children into thinking that marijuana is something it's not. And in doing so, we push them to harder drugs. They've heard that marijuana is all these evils, and then when they try it, don't kid yourself, they're going to. They say, well, this is nothing Mom and Dad said it was. Maybe they're lying about heroin. Maybe they're lying about alcohol. Maybe they're lying about cocaine. Why not try those too? And I kind of got off on a tangent there. But we, as an organization, need people like you to help us out. We need you to talk to everybody that you know. Let them know that we're out there. We need help in spreading our message to help the patients of Alabama. It is insane to think that the MS patient or the lupus patient or the chronic pain patient like myself and Ron, it's crazy to think that in 16 states in Washington, D.C., well, actually, there's only 11 states that have implemented their programs, but there are 16 states that have passed medical marijuana. It's crazy to think that those patients are using marijuana, and the way information travels these days, the patients in Alabama are not. Does that make sense to anybody? Of course not. We know that patients are using marijuana in this state beneficially, therapeutically, right now. The difference is we're using, in this state, mainly marijuana that has been brought across our southern or our northern borders, stuffed in a tire for weeks on end, subject to be moldy, mildew, horrible stuff. Who knows what's in it? That's poison to the patients that are using it. If you go to a state that actually has a medical bill on the books, it's produced there, it's subject to inspection, you know what's in it, you know its quality, and it's helping people. We believe that here in the state of Alabama that the better option is to have a locally produced product. If you're a patient, you can grow your own in a limited amount. If you can't grow your own, you can name a caregiver to grow it for you. Or you can go to a dispensary and purchase it like they do in the states that have dispensaries spelled out, because our legislation will. We believe that's a better option than letting the patients that are using this right now, there's no denying it, use the product that who knows what it is, and to be criminals for doing so. There's no way that I couldn't go, or Ron couldn't go, or my wife couldn't go to Montana or Colorado or Arizona, or New Jersey hasn't put it in yet. But even as strict as their law is, we three could still get a card sanctioned by the state health department and use marijuana legally without being labeled a criminal. I think it just makes sense. You guys? A lot of head bobbing. So that's what we're doing. We're asking for your guys' help. You guys' help. Student for Liberty. I was here last year. Thomas Pearson, Loretta Nall spoke. It was great. I thank you for inviting myself and Ron this year. Talk to everybody you know. Be honest. Be honest about. It's natural. Marijuana users overwhelmingly are nonviolent and compassionate people. It's natural that those people would think that, okay, I use it recreationally. All that aside, I don't think anybody that can benefit from it therapeutically should be put in jail for using it. That's ludicrous. And it makes sense that everybody would think that. So we ask for your help. We ask for your help in writing your legislators. We ask for your help in talking to your friends, letting them know that we're there. We're on Facebook. You can find any of us on Facebook. We're not hiding. The name of our organization has marijuana and Alabama in it.